time for your Sunday Science Tidbit. So have you ever tried floating in a swimming pool? It may be harder than you think, and you may choose to relax on a pool float. But depending on the salinity of your water, you can actually float without the aid of a pool float. And this week's Sunday Science Tidbit, we're going to talk about the relationship between salt water and buoyancy.
Oh, I'm so distracted by the dog.
I know. Let me change that for you. So we're actually going to do a live experiment tonight. Katie's going to help me out with this. So what we're going to talk about is the differences that salinity has with how things and objects float. So let's go ahead and put some water in here. What I've got is some salt water, and you've got just regular tap water. So what we're going to do is just pour it in these vases. Give it a second. So while these fill up, we'll go ahead and tell you what's happening. So if an object is a little bit less weight than the water, it's going to float. If it weighs more than the water that it's displacing, it's going to sink. So basically, if the water, I'll let you have an egg.
Oh, okay.
And then what I'm going to do is add a little bit of salt here. You know, got to get it good and salty. And then stir this up a little bit. Let's hope that this works. I've tried this many times and it's worked before, but you know how live TV goes.
Yep.
So go ahead and put yours in. What do you at home think is going to happen? Let's give it a try. Okay, well, the egg is actually heavier than the water, so it's going to sink. Here, we've added some weight to the water. So when I put the egg in, it may bounce for a second. A little murky, but look at that, it floats, and it's because we've added more weight to the water by adding the salt. And therefore, the force, the gravity is pushing down on the egg isn't good enough to overcome the water that's pushing upwards. So actually what we're getting is we're seeing that it's floating here versus the sinking part you get here. And just some extra little fun facts for you. The Dead Sea, that you hear it's always salty, it's 31% salinity. That's about 8 times greater than the oceans. And also a nice little tidbit for you if you need to check if your eggs are good or bad. If they float, then they may be a little bit bad.
Oh, all right, we've got a bad egg here, Candice.
We changed this one though.
But the Sunday Science Tidbit.
It's pretty cool, right?
Pretty good egg. All right,
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, that's awesome.